All right, so Jaylen Brown getting ready to go down. Let's get it, man. Jaylen Brown, your time has come. You're about to fall victim to the London opening. Wow, he's got quite the pawn structure going on there, buddy. All right, so I got my pyramid going for the London. And now I need to develop some pieces here. So he's prevented me from moving my knight to that square with this pawn. He's prevented me from moving my bishop to that square with this pawn. So I need to get my bishop out of here and developed. So we're going to put the bishop on that square and we can pin the knight. So I'm going to do that. Well, now we're pinning the queen, so that's good too. All right, so let's get the knight. Let's get this knight involved. And we need to get this knight involved. So let's get him there because now we got an outpost there. All right, so he's looking at taking, which is fine by me because I'll take that and open up my rook file. So I'm fine with that. The reason he wants to take that is that I'm attacking this pawn and it's keeping his queen here. His queen has to protect that pawn. So the longer my bishop sits here, the longer his queen has to sit there. He can't move his queen anywhere except here to protect that pawn. So he wants my bishop out of here. And I'm going to let him take it because I'll take that with my pawn, and then I got a whole rook file that's open. So that's going to be great for later on in the game. I don't want to take right here because I'm wreaking a little bit of havoc on him. So if I were to take that, he could just take with his queen, and he's still protecting that pawn from the bishop. And then his queen is, on this side of the board over here. And I just don't want that. So anyway, I want to get these knights involved and developed. So I'm looking at putting a knight here and then putting a knight here, and that puts an attack on his queen. Or I got an outpost here for the knight because his knight, that's not going to be there. And then I could put the attack on that. So a couple good things here. So if I move my queen there, then I could take, he would take, I would take, he would take. Okay, that's not doing me a lot of good. I tell you what, if I move my knight here, I don't want to do that. Let's go this one. Let's do that because I'm looking at that outpost there. Okay, perfect. So let's go here. And now we're attacking his queen. Okay, well, he's going to trade, which is fine. All right, we'll take that. And I don't want to take here because then he gets a rook down here. We don't want that. But if I move my queen here, then we're attacking this pawn. And then we could take this pawn with our pawn. But I'm sure he'll take by then. I'm surprised he didn't do that yet. But if I'm there with my queen, that allows me to take right there. And it still puts the attack on there, which I still have an attack on there right now, but it's protected by his queen. But I don't like this pawn being here. That's bothering me a little bit. But if I move this knight to say here, then I'm putting the attack on his knight there. He can't take my knight with his knight because then I'll take his queen. But if I put my knight here, then I'm protecting the bishop. So that seems like a good move because I'm uncovering this and I'm protecting this. Okay. That's what we suspected. That's fine. Now it opens up my rook file, which I like. Okay, we knew he was going to do that. So we got to move the rook here, and that's going to let him get that pawn there. But let's see if we can trap this rook. So let's see. If I move my bishop here, then my queen here, that rook's going to be trapped. So let's try that. See what he does with that. Okay, makes sense. So I could take that, or I could take that, but I prefer to trap that, keep that trapped. So let's get a pawn there. That frees up his queen to. Okay, now let's move our queen here. Okay. Great move by him. If I take that, then he takes that in queens. So he basically won a trade of rooks, and then I'll end up with a pawn ahead to pretty much tie the game. If I take that with my queen, then he gets a free bishop, so we don't want to do that. And I can't take it with my rook, so he got me in check. I can't take that because then he takes that in queens, and then I got to move my king, and he wins a rook. So definitely good move by Jaylen Brown. Kudos, man. Good move. So my best option is to move my queen here because I'm still attacking that, protecting that, and protecting that. So that's my move. And now we're going to get this piece out of here. So now I got a bunch of pieces down here tied up. All right, so if I go there and take that with the queen, he's going to move his knight there, and then he puts my king in check, and he wins my queen. So we're not going to do that. So he's trying to put his knight on this square here. So we're going to prevent that. First of all, let's castle. Let's castle. Okay. Now let's see what I want to trade with. I want to take it with that. Or do I want to take it with that? Tell you what, let's take it with this. Let's do that. So he just won a knight. However, when I move my bishop here, I pin his queen. So now he cannot move his queen. He puts me in check. So that was just a blunder by him that pretty much lost him the game. Check. All right, Jaylen Brown, it's over for you, buddy. You were a fierce competitor. You fought good. Now it's time to bring the fat lady over there and celebrate your demise here. Like taking candy from a baby at this point. All right, we're going to go there and put you in check. Just start eating them up at this point, man. Start eating them up. Let's see here. Let's just go here and get some free pieces. His bishop is pinned, because I'll take that. All right, well, his bishop was pinned, but he's attacking my queen now. So great move by him. However, not good enough, because once I go here and put him in check, I'm attacking that, and I win a free rook. So, it was a good effort, Jaylen Brown, but not good enough. And it's just close to the end. Close to the end for him. Couple more moves. So we'll go there, put you in check. Right there with the attack on that. Perfect. So now we're going to go there, put him in check. And we're just gobbling up pieces that are in the way at this point. Check. Well, let's do this. Let's pull the rook sacrifice. Get rid of that. Now we got that protect. Now the board. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So much easier. Well, that's fine. We'll just push this up. You got to move your king. That's right. Boom. We'll do that. Let you take that. Put you in check. Then now it's the end. Now it is the end. We got two queens. And Just a matter of time. You better move there. There we go. All right, so I beat Jaylen Brown. Let's check out the game review here. All right, game review. Let's see. He was a formidable foe. I think he was rated 1,500 on here. And give me my game analysis. There we go. All right. All right. So anyway, my accuracy was 71.2%, which is pretty low. You kind of want it to be high 80s. His accuracy was 64. They rated my game at 1250, so that's pretty low. I'm way higher than that. They rated his game at 650. So I had no brilliant moves. He had no brilliant moves. I had one great move. He had one great move. I had 20 best moves. That's where you make the best move available. He had 18 of those. I had 4 mistakes. He had 4 mistakes. I had 6 misses. It's late at night. I'm going to have some misses, okay? He had 2 misses. I had 0 blunders. He had 2. So anyway, so let's see. Start the review. Let's see where we're at here.
A strong first move played by grandmasters and beginners alike.
All right, let's mute this. All right. So she liked my first move. Your opponent's chosen standard reply. I did that. Okay. So that was a question mark that he moved there. E5 is a mistake. Okay, so that was his first mistake. So I missed an opportunity to capture a pawn. I went backwards. Then he blundered. And then I missed the yeah, we missed a lot in the beginning there, huh? And then you can see the slider on the left shows you who's got the advantage at one point in the game. So advantage him right now. He moves his knight there. Put my bishop there. My best move was to attack the pawn chain. Okay. Oh, wow. The advantage me went way up right there. I didn't take advantage of it. Okay. So that was a good move. That was a mistake. Wow, it's got me way up there in the advantage right now. And then I made that move. There was a moment to punish your opponent's error, but you let it pass. You allowed the opponent to kick a knight. Their pawn attacks your knight, kicking it out of its current position. Clearly, you don't want to leave your knight in danger. So that was the star, means that was the best move available. That was a great move by Jaylen Brown. Okay, logical capture. They are threatening to tactically win a rook. That's when I blocked. That was the best move. And that was an excellent move by them, by Jaylen Brown. Your best move at that point was the castle king side. You permitted the opponent to sacrifice, exchange, and increase the activity of remaining pieces. Okay. You missed a better way to capture a free pawn. Excellent move. That was his best move. Wow, look at the advantage him right now. Look at that. Wow. Your better option was the castle king side. I moved the bishop there. Dang. Look at the advantage him right now. Holy cow. And that was a great move by him. They found the winning move and are now in full control. They attacked your knight, gaining time as it must move away. talking about right there. Oops, you gave up a knight because I castled kingside. They missed a chance to capture the knight because they tried to protect that pawn. I took that, then they took the knight. And now that was a blunder by them because at this point they waited too long to take the knight because now you're able to win a queen by pinning a piece to the king. That's exactly what I did right there. Great move. They didn't give me a brilliant for that. They just gave me a great. They didn't give me a brilliant. Wow, look at the advantage of me all the way on this meter right now. Wow. You captured a vulnerable knight. You captured that free queen. Now it's just over. Yeah, they said that was the best move when I did the rook sacrifice for the bishop. Always feels nice to win. That's right. So, yep, Jaylen Brown, rated 1,500. No match for Joey the Punisher. I just started playing again, so my rating is way down at 1276. His is 1,500, but my rating, I used to be 18 and 1,900. I got to build back up to that. But anyway, yeah, comment on the video, man. Let me know if you want to see more games.